Hello, everybody. This is Joni, and I'm happy to be back. And I want to make a really pretty video. I'm hoping it will be pretty. I want to make a large lantern for you, and I want to use it either on my dining room table or in my living room. I haven't decided for sure which. But I think that if I can get it to work the way my mind is wanting it to do, it will be really pretty. So I'm anxious to start on that. I've got some really pretty flowers to put in it because I showed a lot of them in the last haul that I put up. In fact, I think I showed most of them in that haul. And I have bought a few since then, though. But I think that the ones that were going to be in the lantern, I had already fixed it because it was a galvanized lantern. I've had this for a long time, probably 6 or 8 months, and but I just didn't want to put it up galvanized, so I had to spray it with white paint, and I used the Krylon satin white paint, and it did a pretty good job. I was pretty pleased with it. There's just a couple of places that I really need to touch it up when I get finished with it, but it looks pretty daggone good, I think. So I'll just tell you what's been going on with me lately. I guess it's officially the time of night that I film. It's usually rather late. Today's my birthday, and the kids were over yesterday, and my son and his wife and the family, and then my daughter and her husband, and she had a big cake, the bakery to do a big cake for me, and it had the prettiest candles. I have not seen those before, and they were unusual, and it had my birthday number on there, and it was lighting up and then going down and lighting up and going down, and it was really pretty, and they had reservations made and everything that we could go down and eat right on the bay and see the ships and things coming up through there and the people out there in their boats sailing and everything. When we first got there, we didn't think we were going to be able to see much because there was so much fog where the water, I guess, was cooler and or the warmer. I don't know which one it was. Anyway, the air was warmer or something, and one of them vice versa, and it was causing a lot of mist and fog. But after we were there, probably about 20 minutes, it cleared up and you could see all the way across the bay. And our bay is about a little over 3 miles wide. So, and I didn't even realize that. It's been a while since I've been over there. I told the kids I saw the beach more before I moved here than I do now. And I think that's the way it usually is when you like something really well and you want to take advantage of it. Then when you move in that particular area, it seems like you never get around to really going and seeing it that much. But I hadn't seen the new bridge that they're putting up, and there's a bridge that's 3 miles long. And this will be the third one that they've built. And the first one, they took it for just people going out on and fishing. And you could go out and just park your cars or your trucks, whatever. Campers even sometimes. And just fish as long as you wanted to. And you could take your crab baskets and throw them over the side of the bridge and catch those blue crabs and all that stuff. Oh my goodness, they were good. I mean to tell you, they were really good. So, but we haven't been doing any of that. Seems like everybody is just working and got their minds on all these other different things, and we don't get much time to do that many things. I think we're going to start doing more though. But anyway, they sang happy birthday to me, and they were all thrilled, and my son was so emotional. He's this big old guy. He's 6 foot tall and good looking as they come. And his wife said he cried all the way from there. He lives in Alabama. So he cried all the way from Alabama up here into Florida. And then when they started home yesterday evening, she said that he cried all the way back home. And I had to laugh about that because I knew he was sentimental, but I didn't know he was that sentimental. And he just can't stand the thoughts of his mama getting as old as I am. And everyone is surprised when they find out my age and everything. And Tanya, she was just looking at me like, oh yeah, we gotta watch her. She even got me. Well, her husband did. He's exactly the way she is. He watches after me. We went to after we ate and everything, and all of us separated to go our different ways. They decided that they wanted to go to Hobby Lobby, so they asked me. They said, "Would you like to go to Hobby Lobby?" Before they decided they wanted to go, because I was riding with them, and I said, "Yeah, that'd be fine. I wouldn't mind doing that." So we went over to Hobby Lobby, and we were shopping and everything. And I was sort of staying back a ways because I don't shop as fast as Tanya does. I told her, I said, "You can look at an aisle and you can survey that aisle in 30, it's not even 30 seconds. I started to say 30 seconds. Give her 10 seconds and she can tell you what's on both sides of that aisle. Give me about 3 minutes or 4, and I'll tell you, well, there might be something down there I don't want to look at, and then I'll have to go down and take a better look." But so I was sort of hanging back a little bit from the two of them, and my granddaughter was with me because she came home to spend the night with me because she had to spend the night with my mom. And she was, I think she was walking with Tanya because Tanya was looking for something, and Sophie was going to help her find it. And so Tanya's husband, he just comes back and just walks with me. And I said, "You really don't have to do that." I said, "You can go ahead with them up there." I said, "I'll be fine. Oh, I'll stay here and make sure you're all right." Just making sure that I'm okay. And that's fine with me. That just shows that he cares, you know. So, but I got so tickled. And she had a beautiful birthday cake. It was white, and it had about, I'm going to say probably 6 or 7, probably 7 flowers right across in an oval arch across the top of it. And then the basket weave was around the side of it, and that was yellow. And then I believe the top was white with the different colored flowers. There was a purple one, and I can't remember the colors because I was so shook up myself. When I was had all of them there, because we don't really get together all that much as I'd like to. And I think that one of them was purple, one of them was a pink, and then there was a blue one, and I believe there was a yellow one, and they were just beautiful, and they had some pretty leaves and things like that on. And it wasn't this, I don't know why bakeries use this horrid looking green. It's totally artificial looking. It's some sort of deep green that's yuck, yuck, yuck. I just don't like it. I like a pretty neutral light green that's looks more like if you would see your leaves on your trees, and not this bright, almost fluorescent like green. I just don't like that. But she had the right color green on there, and it was beautiful. And I really appreciated what they did. And they sent me cards. They gave me cards, and they had written on those. And the one my son wrote, I'm telling you the truth, I started crying when I read it. I just couldn't help it. He always could express his feelings so well, and he sure expressed them in that letter, because it was a big, long message about that longing for him, about 3 words, and that does it. But nope, it was a big, long message. And telling me what a wonderful mother I had been, and how he had always appreciated me all his life, and how I had brought so much happiness into their lives, and it was just ridiculously beautiful, and I just started crying out. I just couldn't help myself. But they all got tickled about that, because they're not used to Mom crying that much. So when Mom cries, she's meaning every bit of it. And then, of course, he had to go to church. I've got my days, I think it was yesterday, Sunday, and he had to play. He plays the drums for their church, and he had to play 3 times, I think it was. And so he had a busy weekend. And we just had a marvelous time. That's all you can say. It's just fantastic. And then we all said goodbye and everything, and went home and everything. But it was a very, very happy birthday. Now, really, in real life, my birthday is today, but we did it on Sunday because that he could get here. And no, it was Saturday. And all of them could, and just so happened that Tanya's husband was off. And that's very rare for him too. So everything just worked out marvelously. And I had salmon, and that was the best salmon I have ever eaten, I do believe. I had salmon and shrimp. And oh, it was delicious. In fact, I wouldn't mind having some right now, because it was really, really super good. But well, I'm going to, I guess, that this lantern is so tall, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I may have to just work on it and not let you all see me that much, unless I would put the camera at an angle and film it at an angle. I probably could do that, because when I put it up here, it's above the camera. It's bigger, taller than it. I would have to raise the camera, and I may have to do that, but I'm going to have to go off the camera for just a little bit, and then I will come back and have everything set up and go ahead and start on it. And I wanted to, before I do that, I wanted to thank all of my new subscribers and welcome you to my channel, because I think you'll like the channel. If I can stay on here enough to do any good. They keep telling me that they just like to hear me talk and everything, and they would like to have tea with me or something like that. And that pleases me greatly, because it's nice to know that people think that you're the type of person that they would like to have tea with. And all of my new subscribers, I appreciate you greatly, and my old subscribers, we are fantastically good friends, and we have got a bond there that has gone on for quite a few years now. And I haven't always been able to be on here, but they're with me whether I'm on or whether I'm not on. And that makes you know how deep that affection is that they have for me and that I have for them. So I'm going to get off of here and try to set up this thing so I can get to work on it and see what I can do with it. I hope I surely can do something. So I'll be right back. Okay, I think that that's going to give you a pretty good picture. And you should be able to see some of what I'm doing. Well, hopefully all of what I'm doing. I may have to put more greenery, the foam in here, because I don't have much in here. And I should have gotten some pit berries, but I didn't think about them. And I'm going to try to put some of this lamb's ear in here and just let it stay around the bottom of it. And maybe that will help me to have something to hook on to. That's what I'm hoping. Without going up too high on it. I love lamb's ear. I dearly love it. And I really like the ones that have a bit of a purplish cast in them. I think that they're gorgeous. Now these flowers, most of them were from Michael's, and you would buy one bunch and you would get one bunch free. I know that these pink ones over here were all like that. I don't remember the lamb's ear though. I pushed that down too far. This lantern had glass in it, and I took all of the glass out because I want the lambs. That doesn't look very good right there. All of the stuff is off of it. I'll have to cut that one off and use another one. There's two. Huh. Never encountered that before. But forgot what I was saying now. Oh, the buy one and get one free. Now these were the same way. They were, I think it was $14, but I think these were Hobby Lobby. That's what I thought. So I had to just go ahead and buy those, whether I wanted to pay the price or not, because that's the only way I would have gotten it, been able to pay the price. I'm hoping that all of this will just stay down there just as low as can be, because I don't want it up high. Just want it right there. Where you can still see the candle. worried before about keeping my stuff down that low, but I want it to come out and spill over, so that's what the whole idea is about, keeping it down. I've got a Lazy Susan over there, and I should just get it out and use it, because that's what I bought it for. I think I had it in my haul, one of my hauls of the Lazy Susan, because I was telling Tanya that when you're working on something like this, if you have something you can spin it on, it makes a lot more sense. It's just like the little spatula. When I first started my YouTube, the first thing that I did was make a mountain representing Christ's walk while he was here on earth. And I fixed it on a cone and put stones around it. And those things were so hard to glue on. And I was burning my fingers unmerciful. And I had the little finger guards and things, but they just got in my way. And I find it hard to work with something like that. So one day we were walking through our grocery store down here at Publix, and I looked over, and there hanging on one of the shelves was a package of spatulas. And I told her, I said, good grief, right there's what I need. I said, if I had thought, I had them at home, but I didn't think. And I said, all I have to do is get those spatulas and press down on that stuff, and I won't be burning my hands all to pieces. So that's what I used from then on, and it made it so much easier. And you don't have to worry about those finger guards, because I hate those things. I guess there might be some time that you might use them, but I sure didn't care for them. So I went ahead with my stuff, and it worked out much, much better. And then when she began her channel, I didn't even know she was going to start one. And she told me after she had already started it and everything. She surprised me totally. And after she started hers, she got all of her, she got her little spatula, and now I hear her when she's on there talking. She hasn't had her channel too long. I think it's about 1.5 years or something like that. She's doing really well though. And I'll hear her on there, and she'll say, now my mother told me about this, because it helps keep you from burning your fingers and everything. So I'm happy that I was able to do something to help her save her fingers, because I just about destroyed mine. Now these are some pink flowers. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can really see them on the screen or not, but they have something that looks like silk around the edges of them and tipped with them, and some of the blossom is silk. Now these were the ones from Michael's. You buy one bunch and get one free, and that was very pleasing to me. They were regularly, if I can see, let's see it right, wait a minute, it doesn't have a price tag. I figured that they were pretty expensive though. Just have spots on it, that's meaning. They're saying $7, but I sure haven't seen flowers that cheap at their store. Unless they are on sale. I probably have more flowers out here than I will be using, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough. Now, I'll keep this for the green, the leaves, because a lot of times those green leaves come in handy. This one's bigger. I haven't been listening to the weather, so I don't know what is going on as far as the weather is concerned, anywhere but right in here. I'd been better off if I had brought my mat in here and put it on here, but I didn't know I was going to end up here. I thought I was going to stay on the table, but I saw that was going to be a little bit of a problem because the lantern is so tall. Wish I had gotten a few more of these, because to me, in my view, oh, these are really gorgeous. little bit more. It's too long. Lantern were up just a bit higher, and I could see more of what I'm looking at. You'll be thrilled to know that I have been working on my studio, so it shouldn't be too terribly long before I can do some of my work out there. Try some of these, I think. But I really, really had to work too, don't you think I didn't? It was total mess. And I threw stuff away and threw stuff away that had just been accumulating in there. It wasn't any good. But seems like stuff just has a way of accumulating. Can't see if I'm liking that or if I'm not. I think that maybe I need to, well, I have to fill some other spaces back here. Need to be filled. Then we'll see what happens. I have several videos planned out. I just have to sit down and make them. And now that I've gotten a lot of my, I'm still in the process of taking some of my stuff down, though, that where I got behind on it because I just didn't want. I wanted to look at it a while. But I'm catching up with a bunch of it. So it shouldn't take me too much longer to get that all fixed, and I can fix the, I have some planner spreads that I need to catch up with before it gets too. This January is already gone, and I've got to catch up with that. And now a lot of February. So, as I've said before, time waits for nobody, especially Joni. This thing under here, this cloth, is making me I'm not used to working with cloths. Oh, any of you that remember about my lizard. A lizard had gotten in my house, so I was just ready to go bonkers just about. Well, it's gone, thank goodness. Has been for probably about 3 to 4 months. And I must say, I sure don't miss the crazy thing. But I am petrified of those. There's a lot of those things I'm scared to death of. I don't want anything to do with them. And the way we finally got it, Tanya and Melvin came over one day, and we were just clearing out a bunch of drawers and things that I needed to go through and clean out and get rid of a bunch of stuff like we always have to, purge in other words. And we were purging like crazy. And that lizard was used to just me being here. And he didn't have to worry about anyone else. And when we started working, all of us together, I think that he thought, good grief, what in the world has happened? So I had those sticker things out trying to catch it. And he knew all about those stickers. He wouldn't go near them. And he evidently got so upset that he went under one of the beds in the bedrooms, and we had a sticky under there, and he got caught in it. And when Melvin went to put a one of those things that you roll to put under your bed to store something, he saw it, so he was able to get it out. And I was thrilled unbelievably. It's looking pretty good. I think I'm going to put some little white flowers and some purple in there. See what I can do with it. I've been wanting to make this for, probably 3 weeks. And I just couldn't get things straightened around to where I was working so much, putting things away and working on my studio and working on different things that I didn't have time to do it. So I finally got time to say, I'm going to make the lamp. I think I'll just be right back. See if I can get this the same wood that my tray that I made is made of. It's, oh goodness, I know the name of it. It's called, well, if I could think. It grows in the jungle. It grows like crazy. I mean, it goes fast. But I have a tray that I made, bamboo. I made a tray out of this and decoupaged it. And it was really pretty. I may put a link to that, let you all see it. There we go. That'll be easier on, yeah, there we go. I can see that much easier now. I know I did that tray on one of my hauls here probably about a month or maybe longer than that ago. Because I've been wanting one to fix that, things like this on. And if I had had one of these, if I had had a Lazy Susan when I was fixing my mountain, it would have gone more smoothly too. It took me a good while to make that. Because the stones, little pebbles, were falling off as fast as I would put them on that foam. They would fall off. And I finally had to end up using Eileen's tacky glue along with some of the hot glue. That thing worked its way around so unbelievably. I didn't know what I was going to use for certain things, that, like the crown and the whip and all such things as that. And it just worked its way right around, and I was able to walk right in the kitchen and get what I needed. And that pleased me. I fixed the cone in a round and round, as if he were winding around a pathway up a mountain. And I put baby's breath on it. And I let the baby's breath represent the people that he met along his journey in life. And really turned out pretty. Try some of this purple. See how it does. That rose is into that thing, and it's not giving it much room to expand. May have to put another one right there. I think it needs one. right there. Went too far. One more. Thinking that will do it. It's a good thing my candle is as tall as it is. I'm getting quiet. When I start thinking, I'm getting quiet. And I Usually I'm just Miss Motor Mouth running around. But I'm quiet tonight. I must be tired. I think I must. I need a smaller flower to go right there. Got one more place. Oh. There's a white. Oh, it fell out. Okay. A little bit more white, I think. I think. This stuff back and see what it looks like with all these flowers away from it. And I might think that it has enough in it. Some of them are wanting to close up a little. Need to put something right there. Maybe I could put a purple piece. Or I have some white roses too. in there and cover that. One little space. I need some of that white in some of those areas. It's sort of needing. It looks almost like a cake. Leave it up to me to fix the cake. Oops. These flowers are just so gorgeous. They truly are. I think that I need a little bit of lamb's ear, and I don't know if I have any more. Here's one leaf. I can take one of these green leaves though. Use that. Until I can get in there and get some lamb's ear and stick a piece of lamb's ear back in there. I think I'm going to let that go for right now and take a look at it in the morning after I've rested. And see what I think about it. But I think I'll stop on it right there because I think that it's looking pretty good. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a bow on it or not because I'm really sort of getting tired of the bows, and not sure if I'm going to. I may go ahead and put a bow on it, but I think that this is a lot down at the bottom, and I think if I put a bow on top, it might be just too much. But I will think about that in the morning as the little girl in the movie, I mean the little lady in the movie, Charlotte, and Gone with the Wind. I'll think about that tomorrow. When I can give it more of my attention. So I will say goodnight. Pardon me. I'll say goodnight to you guys. And just remember that I do love you. And remember, more importantly, like I always say, God loves you much, much more than I do. Thank you. Good night.